What a way to start week 4 in the Canadian Football League. Sun shining down on a sold-out Princess Auto Stadium as the Bombers get set to welcome the Elks to town. Jam-packed Princess Auto 7th consecutive sellout here in Winnipeg. And we are ready to get Canada Day weekend in the CFL underway. There we go. Castillo will get us started. Smith takes it at the 22. Back to the 30, and he's tripped up. And that is where Edmonton will go to work. They started their 30 on the ground. Rankin pushing ahead. Get about 5 yards on that first down pickup, at least 4.
Couple changes up front. Mark Evans will slide in at guard, and Mark Corte will go over to center because David Beard, the all-star from a year ago, is out of the lineup, so they'll shuffle up front. The Edmonton offensive line, and you know, when this team was winning a couple of games last year, when they had success offensively, it went through their run game. That RPO type of play, that's what they just ran on first down. That's where Rankin comes in.
Rankin will step up to the left of his quarterback. 2nd and 6 here. Ford looking to throw early, gets it away, and that will be close to a first down. Very close. Gets it to Dunbar.
Keep it away from the defender, but he put some mustard on that throw.
They end up ruling it an incomplete.
Right through Dunbar. Yeah, you saw it hit.
Incomplete. And he gets this away cleanly from his own 25. That hangs way up there. Davil takes it at the 20. And a short return just beyond the 25. And our first look at Zach Collaros this evening. Them came in one game against Edmonton. On the ground, short pickup. First touch of the game goes to Matthew Peterson.
Micah Vanderpool still out at left guard, so it will be Gabe Wallace playing in that spot. Coach O'Shea said he played pretty well in that game against the BC Lions. And Dalton Schoen, what is the trivia question? Which Bomber receiver caught the 200th touchdown of Zach Collaros' career?
Can I guess?
You can guess.
Was it Dalton Schoen?
It was Dalton Schoen.
Yes.
Correct. You are correct.
I knew it. 4 options out to the right, including Schoen and Dembski, who is playing. That one's laid up there. And that will be close to a first down as they get Stearns involved in the game. And Strevler earlier in the year. 1st and 10 on the ground again, and this is closed off immediately. Brinkman was there with Serezna. Let's take a look at this Edmonton defense.
Yeah, we talked to Jake Serezna this week, and he said this defense has got to start making plays. A lot of pressure on the O, a lot of pressure on Trey Ford. They all get that, but they got to make plays. Haven't had an interception, haven't had a fumble recovery. Nick Anderson has 18 tackles. He can sign his portrait, but the secondary's got to start making some plays in the back end, and Tyrell Ford can get things started back here at Princess Auto Stadium.
Anderson with 9 tackles in each of the first 2 games of the year. They're going to bring some heat. Collaros gets it away a little too high over the hands of Wheatfall, and that will bring up 3rd and long, and they'll be forced to kick it back to Edmonton. Called into duty for the first time tonight. Low kick taken just inside the 35 by Leak, and he's forced out of bounds.
They should be, you know, on their heels a bit.
They'll screen it out over to Curly Gittens Jr. against his Winnipeg defense.
Yeah, now to do that, they're going to have to try and beat Willie Jefferson, make sure they block him and keep his hands down at the line of scrimmage. That's equally important as blocking him. Retta Cramby in the linebacking corps, to me, is sort of an unsung hero of this defense, and I think the strength of the group is in their back end. And what a game by Jamal Parker against the BC Lions in game 2 out there in BC. He had a scoop and score and an interception in that game.
Yeah, more on him coming up a little bit later in the quarter. Here's Ford. Down the field, wide open. Arkell Smith takes it at the 40. Down to the 35-30 before he's eventually tripped up. Parker and Michael Griffin, I believe, together on the tackle. On the ground again, Rankin with a big hole. Made one man miss, tripped up just inside the 20, and that'll be a first down for the visitors. 19. And they'll toss it back. Julian Grant takes it to the 20, down to the 15, 10, puts on the brakes, and is tracked down from behind. A little creativity in the offensive game right now for Edmonton. We're going to finish a drive here. First and goal. Rankin up the middle, pushing ahead. And he'll be stopped just shy of the end zone. Into the game, couple of touchdowns in this situation already this year. Trying to push it ahead, reaching out. And we wait for the ruling. Stopped.
They're saying no.
Short.
Fajardo reaches out there. We'll see every potential score is looked at by the
Previous
replay
play
center.
is under review by the replay center.
So did he cross the ball there? Yeah.
That's a touchdown.
And that's what Mathis saw, number 81. Top of your screen said he pulled the ball over.
After review, the ruling on the field is overturned. We have a touchdown.
Cody Fajardo's third touchdown of the year caps off a 6-play, 65-yard drive that took just over 4 minutes for Edmonton and ends in a major.
Yeah.
In each of those games, right? So they got out to very good starts. They trail here as that is up and it is through. Going in this one, defense makes a nice stop.
Yep.
Third and long situation, then the offense drives the field. So small movement in a positive direction, but the task at hand here against a very good Bombers team is not easy. Vallow now with some speed. Great return. Takes it just outside the 40.
Extra offensive line.
Claris throwing here. They'll roll him out to his right. Dumps it off. And tackle made by Jalen Barnes with his first career start.
Exactly. And that's the balance
you
of
do it
this.
all, right?
That's the balance this Bomber team brings.
That's a completion to Schoen. His first catch of the game. Right at the first down marker. Tackle made by Nick Anderson, who's usually all over the field. And it is a first down for Winnipeg. Being advertised as 90s night. Claris gets it away, was pressured, hit, and a flag at the end of the play. That's Jalen Garnes, who we were just talking about, the 24-year-old out of Wake Forest. Let's get the call here.
Roughing the passer, Edmonton number 25. It's a 15-yard penalty, automatic first down.
And where's the hit? Too high to the face.
Hand to the head. And that'll be an automatic flag.
Make a lot of tackles at the safety spot. He played both strong and free.
Second and 10 here. Claris down the field. Is hauled in just inside. Right around the 25. Jarrett Stearns.
Waves about Jarrett Stearns.
First and 10 from the 25. That one is read well and wrapped up immediately. Anderson there on the tackle. And he's only played 2 games, but he's already up there. Claris over the middle. He's got Schoen, and Schoen's inside the 10. First down, Winnipeg, as they march on looking for a response. Then stands in behind. His quarterback, Claris, is going to be throwing here towards Dembski. Touchdown, Nick Dembski. The Bombers bounce back. His third of the season. And the streak continues for Nick.
Dembski was a game day decision, meaning that Michael O'Shea was going to decide today with the training staff, had a bit of an ankle injury as to whether or not he could even go in this one. With that streak on the line, he wanted to make sure he was out there. He looked good in warm-up. They let him dress and get into this starting lineup, and that's number 3 on the season.
Castillo, he misses it. Castillo blows it wide. That's his second one of those that he's missed. Arkell Smith, Javon Leake, way back on the 15 for Edmonton. This is in the direction of Smith. Just inside the 15. Smith straight up the middle, take it down at the 35.
This one, loose change paid off.
Nailed it. Well done, Brett. And you're going to pick up that ball, have a chance to score. You're going to take it, right?
Back against the line.
Second and 5 here for Ford. Leak in the game and running back. They'll give it to him. He takes it ahead, and he's got a first down. So first and 10 at the 48 for Edmonton. Ford fakes the handoff, turns. Far side. Dunbar coming back to the ball. He's got it. He's going going to turn. He hangs on, and he takes it down inside the 40. Strike to Dunbar. Leak right up the middle again. Good pickup on first down here, actually. Going to be about 7. Ford, draw, back to Leak. Flag flies as Leak takes it down inside the 25.
Holding Edmonton number 61. It's a 10-yard penalty. Still second down. That's the end of the quarter.
That's a good run. That's a good run. 3 to the left, 3 to the right. Julian Grant's got it. Trying to push ahead because they're trying to make up those penalty yards. They won't get there for the first down. It'll be third down and a likely field goal attempt. Inside the left hash. Blanchard looking for a 4-point lead. And that one is up. And it is through, no problem. Winnipeg, of course, starting on their 40 here. Collaros gets it out to Dembski. Made one man miss, now another. Dembski up to the 50. And that first down earned by Nick Dembski. Dumps it off to his running back. That's Cooley into the game. And Cooley is tied up and taken down immediately.
Yards over 1,000.
He's in the slot to the left of Collaros here. He wants a deep shot instead. Lays it over. We fall to the end zone. Touchdown, Winnipeg. Carrick Wheatfall does it again. Second touchdown of the season, and the Bombers go on top.
You can't throw it any better. This is Zach Collaros on the money, and Wheatfall does not break stride. He's going down the rail, doesn't break stride. The ball falls right into his hands. Almost, there's no chance of defending that.
Strike to Wheatfall, already over 200 yards receiving in his first 2 games of the year. And as Suits said, a strike from Collaros to the end zone for Wheatfall. The longest completion of the season for Collaros, 52 yards. Arkel Smith takes it at the 10. Back to the 20, and he's wrapped up immediately, isn't he? Down the field in a hurry. Chris Ike, who he's far from done. Trey Ford in his career kind of just getting started. First and 10 on the Edmonton 20. On the ground, Leak again. Back to the line of scrimmage. Ground per game this season, that's second best in the league. Likely a throwing situation here for Ford. Pressure up the middle. Ford trying to escape. Can he find a little bit of room? Oh, he's in trouble here. Jefferson on him. Ford turns, heaves it down the field, and it's out of bounds. Javon Leak went up to get it, but could not stay in bounds. Cody Grace. Short kick. This is going to bounce right at midfield and go out of bounds just inside the 50.
Practice, but I also used to beat Zach in practice when I'd go against him, to which Collaros this week did call him savvy, and Tyrell Ford said, savvy. I like that.
Color coordination? That seems weird. Empty backfield for Zach. Down the field. Dembski. How did he do that? Oh, Dembski's ridiculous. He hauls it in, and he takes it home. Touchdown, Winnipeg. Spectacular stuff.
Take a look at the defense. Metier goes to cover down on Dalton Schoen, so it's a double team to that side. That's the indicator for Zach Collaros that he's got a one-on-one on the deep route to Nick Dembski, and he'll take that. He doesn't even look at who's trying to cover him. He'll take that matchup no matter who it is.
6 touchdowns each of the last 2 years. He's got 4 already this year, and Winnipeg just like that, has a 10-point cushion. He's been doing it for a long time. Last 3 drives for Winnipeg, 3 touchdown passes. Edmonton will now have a chance to respond. Deep kick. Leak goes back and takes it. Returns it up to the 25. Ran into some heavy traffic. Defensively early in this game, can they find an answer? Rankin. Nowhere to go. Wide side right for Ford. Just 3-man pressure from Winnipeg. Still causing issues though. Ford on the run. Can't get away. Taken down. Tony Jones, the former Elk, gets home. Bowell awaits just outside his own 45. Better kick this time from Grace. Bowell bobbles it. It's sitting there. Edmonton's going to scoop it up. And how about that for a turn in momentum? Bonhomme's got it. And Edmonton will take over. Crack of this one. Off his shoulder. Turned over. Needed a spark. Winnipeg had taken this game over. Now they're going to bring some pressure forward. Gets it away. Finds Dunbar. Dunbar got 1 tackle and then takes it down inside the 45. In the slot to the right of Ford. Trey looking around. Finds his running back Rankin. First down. Winnipeg's on it. And just like that, Edmonton gives it back. James Wouters scoops it up.
Reddick Ramsey's caused the fumble. Recovered by Wouters, and you're right, Edmonton gives it right back to Zach Collaros.
Collaros dumps it off. Up to the 40. And that is Krzyzak. Now has an opportunity to continue to do the job here. On the ground. Pushing it ahead. First down. And it's the former University of Alberta Golden Bear, Matthew Peterson.
Can tell his buddies there was a week he led the league in rushing.
And he didn't know he was starting that week. He's at the top of your screen. Collaros gets it away. Weak fall again. This will be very close. If they don't give it to him, it'll be Streveler time. And Winnipeg works from the Edmonton 53. Collaros with time again. Down the middle, yes, Schoen. And a tackle made at the last second. Schoen had something cooking there, didn't he? Dan from the Edmonton 30. 3 options out to the left for Collaros. That's where he's going to look. Pressure coming. Gets it away. It's Peterson. Stayed on his feet. Got a couple extra yards, and that'll bring up second down with 2.5 to play. Taylor, who's one of the backup defensive ends. Here's Collaros now. Tosses it ahead to Peterson. Sneaky little play by Zach. Peterson, though, can't get free and is blown down. Still fighting. Not listening to the whistle here. Now they'll separate him. Just inside the left hash. Looking for a 13-point cushion. No mistake this time. Right down the middle. That'll do it. Right up the middle. First down, up to midfield. Javon Leak having a little bit more success so far on his touches. Cut from the 54. Winnipeg brings a bit of heat forward, gets it away. Dunbar hauls it in. Oh, he was not going to allow that one to be ripped away, and he's got him down inside the 45. And
Advantage now.
3 options out to the left for Ford. That's where he's going to go, to the 40. And that'll be another first down as he gets it to Julian Grant. But they want more. They need more here. Ford gets it away again. Dunbar hangs on. Taken down by Griffin. To the top of your television screen. Leak again up the middle. They wanted the first down, and they get it just outside the red zone. Winnipeg brings a bunch. Ford feels the pressure. Avoids it. Throws it to the end zone. No! Should have had it. Julian Grant lets it slip through his fingers.
And can't finish.
Right off the melon. Little confusion there by Edmonton. Flags are going to fly. Ford under pressure again. Off to the races. Dumps it off. Arkell Smith. But once again, a flag there. You saw Edmonton moving bodies around.
Procedure, no end. Edmonton. That penalty's declined. It's third down.
You have. And he does make good on it. 10-point game at the half. Now 232 passing yards in the first half for Zach Collaros. How do you slow him down? Tyrell Ford stands by with Britt Dort. Second half action underway. Castillo will get us started. This will be taken by Arkell Smith just inside the 20. And he's hammered at the 30. Nowhere to go on the play. Does trail by 10. They'll start it on the ground with Rankin trying to pop it to the outside. And he gets about 5 yards this game. They're down 10.
In the first half, he was improving. His accuracy was excellent.
He's going to keep it now on the run by himself. Slides after picking up the first down. It'll be a fresh set for Edmonton. Slide. Ford. Deep drop. Wide open. It's Julian Grant again, and he's got it. Down to the 30, to the 20, to the 10. Redemption. Julian Grant takes it to the end zone, and Edmonton strikes early.
Boy, they needed that coming out of the halftime dressing room. Little pep talk from Mark Killam. Guys were right there. Got to make those 1 or 2 plays. Blitz coming. Again, Tony Jones on the blitz. Linebackers trying to add some pressure with Kyrie Wilson. A bust in the back end, which you do not see on the Winnipeg Blue Bombers. Trey Ford found it and beat him.
Blanchard to make it a 3-point game, and that one is good. Wobbly on the way there.
Julian Grant, he's going to do this long crossing route. There's a crossing route the opposite direction, and watch how it pulls the coverage. One of them is Jamal Parker. Again, new to the free safety position, had a big game versus BC. Stop it right there. 1, 2, 3 Bomber defenders are taking the one crosser. Julian Grant opens up on the backside up here. Trey Ford finds him, and I can tell you that is a load off the mind of Julian Grant. Some demons right there.
His second touchdown of the season. Babel now found a little bit of space and then eventually ran into Kobe Williams.
They're making catch tackles.
Passing situation for Collaros, and he goes over into the reliable hands of Dembski. Jamison Sheen stands just inside his own 30. Gets it away, far side of the field. That's taken just inside the 30, and now a little bit of room to cook on the near side for Javon Leak. Leak will get to the 50, midfield, great field position on a tidy little return. I'm kidding. Great field position here. They'll start it on the ground. Tackle made immediately. Kyrie Wilson. The line. Jones will watch. Ford's going to throw. Far side of the field. Up for grabs. Dunbar tried to one-hand it. Working against Bridges, but he couldn't haul it in, and it'll be 3rd and 10. To return this kick off the foot of Cody Grace. Gets it away cleanly. End over end. Down into the waiting arms of Vavel. And he runs out of room just outside his own 15-yard line. They don't need him just yet.
Well, after the catch last week, he put out, I think, on social
Procedure,
media.
Winnipeg number 61. 5-yard penalty, repeat first down.
It's a passing play for us with Tui Ellie.
We'll see if they dial up it again. Here's the draw play to Cooley, but multiple flags as he came out of the backfield.
In BC for Zach.
Offside. Edmonton number 40. That penalty's declined. Second down.
Can he stay healthy? And he's just become a Hall of Famer here. They'll give it to Dembski, but he's tackled immediately by Serezna. His biggest play of the season. Decent field position looms here for Edmonton. Leak will take it on the run just inside the 50. And he's taken down. Nice work. Down by 3. Ford takes the ball. Hit as he throws down the field. That's going to be intercepted, but there's flags. It's taken away by home. Julian Grant was down on the turf when that ball arrived. And is this an accidental pass interference, maybe?
Yeah. Running the corner route. Shallow corner. Well, the right
Accidental
hand.
pass interference.
Yeah.
Winnipeg number 31. It's a 10-yard penalty and an automatic first down.
May have had a case. First and 10 on the Winnipeg 38. Ford pump fake. In trouble, trying to get away. No, they'll take him down again. Kyrie Wilson at the 50 with the sack of Trey Ford. That's all they said. Ford gets it away. Arkell Smith inside the 40. Inside the 35, and that will put them back within field goal range to possibly attempt to try this game. Left hash. Cody Gray still hold. Blanchard puts it up, and he puts it through. And we are tied at 23.
Players and the free agent wants to sign with the coach you trust.
Tie game, Kolaris, Cooley. Line of scrimmage, maybe a yard ahead. As we see a little bit more of Quentin Cooley here in the second half. Kolaris throwing here, second and long. Pressure from behind, and Serezna gets there. First sack of the season for Serezna. He went through Stanley Bryan on that one. That'll be booted away. Leak just inside the 30. Flag. Can't escape anyway.
During the return, illegal block. Edmonton number 32. 10-yard penalty. First down, Edmonton.
Extra blockers, and that's what they'll be used for as they hand it off to Leak. Wilson with the tackle before he can get up to the 25. It'll be a pickup of at least 3, maybe 4. Here they come. Bombers bring heat out to Mathis. Intercepted. Taken away at the 25. Bonds. Terrell Bonds with the takeaway. And Winnipeg's defense strikes. This one would have been the best look, but I believe our view is blocked.
Looks like it slides down there a little bit, and yeah, it is. A strategically placed bomber helper.
We're going to need you to stand right in front of that one replay camera. Okay, watch here. Right there.
Yeah. Boy, I wonder if that's ball
Is that
hit
enough?
the white stripe.
Is that enough?
Is it enough to overturn it?
After review, the ruling on the field is overturned to an incomplete pass. It's third down, Edmonton.
Still get the ball back, but it's a field position difference. Grace gets it away. Vavel takes it at the 35. Little hesitation, hangs on to the ball. Tackled immediately.
Teams.
3 straight 2-and-outs for Winnipeg. Kolaris looks to change that here with one bomb down the field, and it's incomplete. Dembski double coverage. Oh, you might want to keep tabs on that guy. Kolaris throwing again over the middle, dumps it off. Peterson tries to lower his shoulders, push it ahead, but he'll be stopped well short. Prior to that deep shot to Dembski that did not work. Leak slides under it just inside the 20. Made a couple of men miss, but eventually a pile of Bombers team up.
In.
First and 10 for Edmonton. Ford out into the flat. Julian It's Cramdy, and Cramdy wraps them up. Gets about half of what they needed on first down there. Ford, near side. Dunbar has it. He's thrown out of bounds. Has the first down. There's Cramdy again. Thursday Night Football, we got a tie game here, 23-23 between Edmonton and Winnipeg. And boy, Edmonton's defense, best football they've played all year, I think, in that third quarter. Edmonton has the ball, 1st and 10 on their own 35. On the ground. Rankin this time. That's high for Rankin. And will fall incomplete. And that'll bring up third down, and Edmonton will have to punt it away themselves. Cody Grace hangs one up there. Babel just inside the 20. Made one man miss. Find a little bit of room on the near side. And then he's taken down. Broderick was there and made sure he could go no further. The special teams tackle. Kolaris wants to throw here. Near sideline. Garcias goes up and gets it. Tracked down from behind by Metier. But the Bombers are in business. Didn't help him out there. Kolaris now. Edmonton's going to bring some pressure. Zach gets it away. That's up for grabs. Incomplete. Anderson working there against Dembski, who was looking for his third of the evening. Kolaris again. 2nd and 10. This time, Bynum goes underneath on Wheatfall, who's slow to get up. Incomplete pass in the 4th quarter. 30-yarder just inside the left hash. And Winnipeg goes on top. What can Trey Ford give us here? On the run to his right. Lays it out there, broken up by Holm, looking for Julian Grant. But Holm got a hand in there and batted it away. 2nd down, Winnipeg. Going to bring everybody. Ford gets it away. Incomplete. It was Holm again, working and locking down Julian Grant. Grace from his 30. Vowell waits. Takes it at the 15. Runs into trouble. Gets clobbered just shy of the 25.
Deal.
Peterson in there now. Zach's going to be throwing on first down. Sean wide open far side. Steps out of bounds after picking up the first down and a little bit more. 300-yard game for Kolaris. Gets this one away. Down the middle. Almost intercepted. Metier went after it. Flag back by the quarterback. And what's this?
Roughing the passer, Edmonton number 3. 15-yard penalty, automatic first down.
Tongbo.
If you make them, you win games. If you don't, you lose them. There's another one you can add to the list because the Edmonton Elks were off the field. Good read, but there's coverage down there, and Metier sees it and plays the football nicely. Lack of discipline.
And the Bomber 52. Peterson. I know what to do against Kolaris when he's on here. Gets it away quickly. Schoen cuts it back. First down, Winnipeg. Managed to escape from the first tackler and then moves the chains. All working from the Edmonton 46. This time in the belly of his back. Big hole for Peterson. Looks like another Winnipeg first down.
That's the formula.
Winnipeg moving quickly here. High snap. Kolaris hauls it in. Guns it down to the 25. Dembski's there. Edmonton saying incomplete. And we wait for a ruling.
They're talking about it. They're saying catch, I believe. They're placing the ball.
Winnipeg lined up, ready to go here.
Trying to get a play in quick before.
Peterson straight ahead again. Takes it down inside the 20. Straffler pushing ahead. Push him backwards. Strevler in. Hands it off to Cooley. Upended immediately. Cordell Jackson, the halfback, and slid down. Upends him. Collaros waits. Now he takes it. Edmonton does bring a blitz. Collaros trying to get it away. Scrambles. And now he's going to take off his own. Collaros to the end zone. He's got it. How about that from Zach? Does it himself. Winnipeg with a bit of a cushion, courtesy their quarterback.
It was full blitz with Niles Morgan hanging as a spy, and Zach Collaros in open field makes a miss.
To make it a 10-point game. And he does.
In the last decade, and he beats one of the top tackling linebackers in the league in Niles Morgan. Go ahead and run it. I'll show you Niles Morgan. Not yet. He's coming to the left of your screen, and he overruns Zach here and opens up that hole. That is a nice move in the open field on one of the top linebackers and tackling in the league. And he wasn't stopping. He wasn't hook sliding on the 3-yard line. He knows how important that was with the time left on the clock to get to 2 possessions.
Hey, Strevler can do it. Why not me? He's thinking. Smith stopped at the 30. Edmonton sideline after getting beaten by Collaros there. Ford, he's going to look to respond. Dunbar, can he get it? No, got turned around. Fell down, couldn't make a play on it against Marquise Bridges. From the Edmonton 30. Ford over the middle of the field. Dunbar saw it go over his head. Gittins Jr. didn't even look like he thought it was coming. So far for Gittins. Slow start to the season. So they kick it away again with 4:15 to go. Babel returns it just shy of the 55 that eats 6, 7, 8 minutes. They had that again, and now they're in the driver's seat. Collaros throwing here. Clercius has it. Takes it back just beyond the 50. Short pickup on first down. Let's see if they can get a stop here. They're going to bring some pressure. Collaros gets it away. Schoen has it. And he's got a first down. Tackled by Bynum. But he already had the yards he needed. 10 for Collaros. He'll hand it off right up the middle. Another first down. As Peterson takes it down to the 35. His last 3 carries, takes a couple of steps over to the left of his quarterback. They'll give it to him. Peterson cuts it back. Battle hole. Tackle was made by Nick Anderson.
4 minutes to go. Bad decisions.
A little ill-advised.
Yeah.
Here's Peterson again, and he continues to march down. Not an easy schedule. Less than 2 to play. Peterson again. Nowhere to go this time, so he just pushes it ahead. I am a little surprised tonight, though, that Trey Ford ran the ball one time for 6 yards.
His losses keep coming.
There's Peterson lunging ahead down to the 15.
More time.
Castillo strokes another one through. And Winnipeg on top by 13. Back one more time. Castillo into the night. Taken at the 10. By League. Broke 1 tackle. League will take it out to the 40. Close to the 50. Their first downs are 11-0. Winnipeg. Ford in trouble. It's Willie, and he throws him down. 75th sack in the career of Willie Jefferson.
Your screen now. Can he get another?
Ford gets this one away. That is caught. It will be a first down as he goes back to Julian Grant.
Struggling team, you got to make those plays.
Ford a little bit in behind Arkell Smith, but he's able to hang on and be second down. 3 at home. Near side, that's Mathis. Now side. Finds the big fella again. It's Mathis for a first down. A shot to the end zone. Could mean something. Ford steps up. He's going to send one to the end zone. Dunbar can't get there. And that is going to do it. Bombers by 13 when it's all said and done.
And Zach Collaros put together the drives he needed in the fourth quarter. After 3 quarters it was tied, he put together 2 scoring drives in the fourth quarter, 11 first downs, and Mark Killam still trying to find an answer.